this is an equation of straight line where 3a plus 4b plus c is equals to 0. Now this function is changing at x is equals to 3, so I'll be checking it for the continuity. So there are two types of derivative involved over here. One is the left hand derivative, other is the right hand derivative. So the distance between P and F and the distance between P and D. So basically this particular line meets the parabola at two distinct points. To make this function onto, codomain should be equals to range. So basically what is alpha square plus beta square, we need to think about it. It can be written as alpha plus beta whole square. Then here it will be minus 2 alpha beta. So I need to find the last number starting with 2. Here we are given that 3 vectors ABC. These are the non-coplanar vectors and they are also the unit vector. That means what we need to do, we need to find the solution of this particular cubic polynomial. Hello students, welcome to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya Educational Institution, and my name is Akshay Arora. First of all, I would like to welcome you all to the JEE paper discussion, JEE mock test paper discussion, that is paper number 2. So we already have the discussion of the paper number 1, now it's time for the paper number 2. We are coming up with this series of mock test paper discussion before your JEE Mains 2023 April attempt, okay? So I'll be giving you the solutions of various mock tests. You need to practice all the questions which are given in the mock test, and you need to plan the strategies also. What all strategies do we require to actually attempt the paper? I already had discussed some of the strategy in the mock test session number 1. Now we are moving ahead without wasting your time to the mock test session number 2. So here is the first question in front of you, which belongs to the chapter coordinate geometry, unit coordinate geometry, chapter straight lines, and equation of the straight line where this is a equation of straight line where 3a plus 4b plus c is equals to 0, which is at a maximum distance from 1 comma negative 2. Alright, so how to deal with this problem? So basically what we need to do here a particular line ax plus by plus c is equals to 0 passes through, this is a family of line given to you, okay? So this passes through fixed point, and that fixed point is 3, 4. So ax plus by plus c is equals to 0 passes through fixed point, that is 3, 4, and this particular line ax plus by plus c is representing a family of line, and this family of line is passing through a particular point, that is 3, 4. Alright. Now there is also one more point given to us, that is 1 comma negative 2. Suppose 1 comma negative 2 is given here. Now I want to get the equation of a straight line which is at a maximum distance from 1 comma minus 2. So from the 1 comma minus 2, which is at the maximum distance, that is a line which is subtending a perpendicular at the point P. So there are infinite lines which are passing through the point P, and I want to find that equation of line which is located at a maximum distance from 1 comma negative 2. So the line which is located at a maximum distance from 1 comma negative 2 will be a line which is subtending 90 degree at the point P. Okay, this is the important concept of the chapter straight line. So basically how will I be able to get the equation of L? First of all, I will be finding the equation of slope of PQ. So slope of PQ will be 4 minus of minus 2 and whole divided by 3 minus 1. So this will be converted to 4 plus 2, which is 6, and 3 minus 1 will be 2. So 6 upon 2 will be written as 3. That is why the slope of PQ will be written as 3. I hope this is clear to you. Now let us write the slope of the line L. If I want to write the slope of the line L, that means I need to do the negative reciprocal of it. So here the slope of PQ is 3 and the slope of line L will be negative reciprocal of 3, that is minus 1 upon 3. Now we have the point 3, 4, we have the slope of it minus 1 upon 3. Then it will be very easy for me to write the equation of line L. Equation of line L. So equation of line L will be written as y minus y1, y minus 4, m times minus 1 upon 3 times. Then it will be written as x minus 3. I hope this is clear to you. Now we are taking this 3 to the left hand side. It will be 3y. Then here we have minus 12. It is minus x, and here we have plus 3. So here it will be written as 3y plus x and 12 plus 3, which is equals to 15. So 3y plus x is equals to 15 is given to us in the option D. So that is why option D will be the final answer for this particular question. I hope you are able to understand how we have done this solution. So that is why we are moving ahead to the next question. Here a function fx is given to you. This is defined in such a way that it is equals to square root of 10 minus x square if x is between minus 3 and 3. And if x is greater than or equals to 3, then fx is 2 minus e raised to the power x minus 3. Now first of all, I will be checking it for the continuity. Now this function is changing at x is equals to 3, so I will be checking it for the continuity. So at x is equals to 3, if I place this x is equals to 3, it will be e raised to the power 0 and 2 minus 1 will be 1. So at 3 it will be 1. And here also if I place x is equals to 3, it will be 10 minus 9, which is square root of 1. So I am observing that the left hand limit of 3 and the right hand limit of 3 both are same. So that is why function is continuous. So here we are having continuous, here also we are having continuous. So among A option or B option will be the answer. Now we need to check for the differentiability. So there are two types of derivative involved over here. One is the left hand derivative, other is the right hand derivative. Now let us actually find the value of f dash first of all. If I want to get the value of f dash, so it will be equals to 1 upon 2 root differentiation of root over 10 minus x square will be written as 1 upon 2 root 10 minus x square. And this is being multiplied by differentiation of 10 minus x square. Differentiation of 10 will be 0 and differentiation of x square will be 2x. I hope this is clear to you. Now this 2 and 2 will both get cancelled. Here we are left with minus x over square root of 10 minus x square. I hope this is also clear to you. Now again if I want to differentiate this one, 2 minus e raised to the power x minus 3. So differentiation of 2 will be 0 and differentiation of e raised to the power x minus 3 will be e raised to the power x minus 3 multiplied by differentiation of x will be 1. Now this particular differentiation is valid for x greater than or equals to 3 and this particular differentiation is valid for x less than 3. Now there are two types of derivative. One is f dash of 3 minus. For f dash of 3 minus we need to use this function x less than 3. That means if I keep this x is equals to 3 over here, I'll be observing that we are getting minus 3 upon 10 minus 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. So here we are having f dash of 3 minus will be equals to minus 3. Now we need to get the value of f dash of 3 plus. If I want to get the value of f dash of 3 plus, so I'll be keeping this 3 over here. So 3 minus 3 it will be 0. E raised to the power 0 will be 1. So f dash of 3 plus will be minus 1. So we have left hand derivative and right hand derivative, both are finite, both are defined, but they are not equal. If they are not equal, hence the function will become not differentiable. So fx is continuous but it is not differentiable at x is equals to 3 will be the final answer for this particular question. I hope you are able to understand. So that is why we are moving ahead to the next question. There is another question from the chapter complex numbers. Solution of this equation 2z is equals to mod z plus 2 iota, where z is a complex number is what? I want to get the solution of this. So I am writing the value of z as x plus iota y. Here we have mod z, which is equals to square root of x square plus y square. And then in the right hand side we also have 2 iota with it. Now whenever the two complex numbers are equal, that means their real part should be equated and their imaginary part should also be equated. So here we have 2x as the real part and here we have square root of x square plus y square. Moreover, if I want to equate their imaginary part, so it will be 2y and here it will be imaginary part will be equals to 2. I hope this is also clear to you. So what we need to do, I got the value of y as 1 over here. If I substitute the value of y as 1, so it is 2x is equals to square root of x square plus 1. Let us try to square both the sides. If I square both the sides, it will be 4x square. Here we have x square plus 1. Then we have 3x square, which is equals to 1. The value of x square will be written as 1 over 3. If x square is written as 1 over 3, we can write the value of x is equals to plus minus 1 upon root 3. I got the value of x, I got the value of y. Now I assume that the value of z is equals to x plus iota y. So it will be plus minus 1 upon root 3 plus iota 1. So 1 upon root 3 plus iota is given to us in the option B. So that is why option B will be the one of the solution of this particular question. I hope you are able to understand how we got the answer. So that is why we are moving ahead to the next question. Here, a particular equation represents an ellipse. Then we need to determine the value of lambda. So how will I be able to do this question? So basically, in case of ellipse, what we will be thinking about, first of all, suppose there is a fixed point and that is a focus. Focus is a fixed point. Okay, now P is a moving point. This P is a moving point. Moreover, there is a fixed line also. Fixed line. So the distance between P and F and the distance between P and D. Distance between P and F and the distance between P and D. So the ratio of PF over PD is equals to eccentricity. Is equals to eccentricity. And in case of ellipse, the logic is eccentricity is between 0 to 1. Eccentricity is between 0 to 1. So I will be converting it into this form. PF is equals to E times PD. How will I be able to do that? First of all, I am taking this 5 common from this bracket also and from this bracket also. After taking this 5 common, it will become 5 square because it will be actually taken whole square. So this will be converted to 25 times. 25 is being taken common. Here we have x minus 1 upon 5 whole square. And here we have y minus 2 upon 5 whole square. I hope this is also clear to you. In the right hand side, we have lambda square. Then we have minus 4 lambda. And then we have plus 4. I hope this is also clear to you. And here we have 3x plus 4y minus 1. 3x plus 4y minus 1 whole square. Now what we need to do? So basically here we have 25 attached to this. I am taking this 25 to the right hand side. It will be in the form of a division. So this will be x minus 1 upon 5. It will be whole square. Then we have y minus 2 upon 5. It will be whole square. And here we have lambda square minus 4 lambda plus 2. So this can also be written as lambda minus 2 whole square. It will be 3x, then 4y, then minus 1 whole divided by 5 with a whole square. I hope this is also clear to you. So basically, if I try to take the square root both the sides, so it will be x minus 1 upon 5 whole square. Then it will be y minus 2 upon 5 whole square. Why I am taking the square root? Just to convert into the form of PF is equals to E times. So this will be equals to lambda minus 2 with a modulus, because if I try to take the square root of lambda minus 2 whole square, it will be modulus of it. And here it will be 3x plus 4y minus 1 whole divided by 5. So anyhow I have converted into the form of PF is equals to E times PD. This is the distance of a point from the line. Now this E, this is eccentricity. This E should lie between 0 and 1. So we can write here that lambda minus 2 modulus should be less than 1. So lambda minus 2 should be between negative 1 and positive 1. So the value of lambda should be between 3 and 1. So lambda should be between 1 and 3. Lambda belongs to 1 and 3 is the final answer. Moreover, we also need to think that lambda minus 2 should be greater than 0 also. So lambda should be greater than 2. Lambda should be greater than 2. Lambda belongs to 1 and 3. Combining these two, if I want to combine these two, so lambda belongs to 2 to 3. Is there any particular solution which says that lambda belongs to 2 to 3? Yes, that is the option C. Hence option C should be the final answer. I hope you are able to understand how we got the answer as option C. Moving ahead to the next question. A straight line y is equals to m times x minus a meets the parabola y square equals to 4ax in two distinct points. So basically this particular line meets the parabola at two distinct points. If this line meets at two distinct points, therefore let us put the value of y over here. Here we have m times x minus a raised to the power 2. I am substituting the value of y. Okay, I am using the substitution method, is equals to 4ax. Now here it will be m square and it will be x minus a whole square, and here we have 4ax. Now it will be m square, and then we have x square plus a square minus 2ax, then it will be 4ax. I hope this is also clear to you. Now what we need to do, we need to bring all the things to one side, m square x square. Very first thing is m should not be equals to 0, because it is a quadratic and quadratic should have two roots, because then only it will be intersecting at two different points. So m square x square, then we have 2am square, this is in negative, here we have minus 4a. So I am bringing this, taking this both common, with x I am taking common, and here we are having m square a square, and this is equals to 0. I hope this is also clear to you. So basically what we need to do, we need to find the value of the discriminant for it. D should be greater than 0, because for 2 points it should not be equal to 0, it should be greater than 0 only. D should be greater than 0. So here what we can do, we will be trying to get the discriminant of it greater than 0. So 2a m square plus 4a whole square b square minus 4 into a into c. So this should be greater than 0. Now after taking this greater than 0, we will be able to get the intervals of m. Now once I get the value of the intervals of m, I am observing that m belongs to the real number except 0, and we already have discussed this. M should belongs to the real number except 0, and this is given to us in which option? That is the C option. That is why C option will be the final answer. I hope you are able to understand this. Now moving ahead to the next question. Which among the following is true? P or P and Q? Very easy question. We'll be applying the distributive property over here. P is taken OR with P, and then P is taken OR with Q, and in between there is AND. I have applied the distributive property. So now this can also be written as, or we can directly write without even applying the distributive property, because that will make easier question. Okay, so we need to take P and Q. This is a common between P and Q, and we need to take the OR with P. So the result will be equals to P itself, because this is a subset of P. P and Q is a subset of P, and if we are applying the OR operator in between, this will be converted to P itself. So option B will be the final answer over here. Moving ahead to the next question. Here we have a question from the integration. E raised to the power sin x, x into cos cube upon cos square minus sin x upon cos square. And how will I be able to integrate this? So basically we have e raised to the power sin x. Then we have x cos cube upon cos square. So we'll be left with x times cos x dx. Okay, I'm separating out the terms now. Then we have e raised to the power sin x, then sin upon cos, that is 10, and 1 upon cos, that is sec. So I'm writing here e raised to the power sin x, there will be a negative in between, e raised to the power sin x, and then we have 10x, and then we have sec x, and it will be dx. I hope this is also clear to you. Now basically what we need to do here. So here we have first function as x and the second function as e raised to the power sin x into cos x. Now I need to apply the integration. This is the second function. This is the first function. This is the second function. Okay. Again, here is it possible to integrate 10x into sec x? Yes. So this is the first function directly and this is the second function. We should be always considering the second function in such a way that its integration is possible. Do you know the integration of e raised to the power sin x cos x, how it can be done? Suppose if I assume this sin x as t, so this cos x dx will be dt. So this will be converted to e raised to the power t, and e raised to the power t integration will be e raised to the power t itself. So the integration of this will be e raised to the power sin x. Alright, so I am applying the integration by parts. First function as it is, integration of second function minus integration of differentiation of the first function into integration of the second function. I hope you are able to understand how we have written this. Now I am integrating this one. So first function as it is, integration of second function, that is sec x, minus integration of differentiation of the first function. So differentiation of the first function is this, into integration of second function. Alright, we know that cos and sec are reciprocal of each other, so they will cancel out, equals to 1. And we are left with e raised to the power sin x integration over here also. And we are left with e raised to the power sin x integration over here also. This is a negative, but here negative into negative will become positive. So that is why these two integrals are getting cancelled. Now what we are left, here we have x times e raised to the power sin x. Okay, this is the integration, this is without the integration, okay. And this term is also without the integration, that is minus times e raised to the power sin x. We have sec x. Now if I try to take this e raised to the power sin x common, we will be left with x minus sec x. So e raised to the power, okay, they are separated out. So basically x into e raised to the power sin x is given here also and only in the first option. Then minus sec x e raised to the power sin x. So minus sec x e raised to the power sin x, yes, option A is matching up with our answer. So that is why option A will be the final answer for this question. Moving ahead to the next question. There is a function defined from 2 to infinity and 0 to infinity. This is also defined as fx is equals to x square minus 4x plus a. Then the set of values of a for which fx becomes onto. For fx to become onto, that means codomain should be equals to range. Codomain should be equals to range. What is codomain? Codomain is 0 to infinity, and that should be equals to range. So what we are observing here, that if I observe here the nature of this function, so f dash is 2x minus 4. Okay, so f dash greater than 0, then x will be greater than 2. So for x greater than 2, this is x greater than 2 written here. For x greater than 2, f dash is positive, and if f dash is positive, function is increasing. Fx is increasing for x greater than 2. Now if function is increasing, so the minimum value will be at 2. Minimum value will be at 2. Now f of 2 here is 2 square, then minus 4 into 2, and then plus a. And the minimum value in its codomain which is given here is 0. So it should be equated to 0. So this is only possible. Here also we should have a close interval. This is only possible. Just a minute. It will be 2 square. Just a minute. Set of values of a. Yeah. So here we have 4. Here we have minus 8. So here we have 4. Here we have minus 8 and plus a. Alright. So here we have 4. Then we have minus 8 and then we have plus a is equals to 0. So we need to take the value of a in such a way. Such that this particular function is always giving us the range positive. But if we are observing this, to make this function onto, codomain should be equals to range. Now here given as codomain is between 0 to infinity. But what we are observing, that here this function, if I make this function between 0 to infinity, the range of this function between 0 to infinity, so there is no certain x which makes this function between 0 to infinity. So there is no certain a which makes the range of this function between 0 to infinity. Alright, we are observing that for x greater than 2, this is always positive. So at 2, it should have the minimum value. So at 2, if I make it to 0, the value of a, here we are observing that minus 4. Alright, now if I take this value of a as minus 4, suppose if I take this value of a as minus 4, so the range of this function for x greater than 2 should be between 0 to infinity, but it is not that, because if I take the value of a as, suppose if I take the value of x as 3, so it will be 9, then minus 4 into 3, and then plus a as minus 4, the range is coming negative. So what we are observing here, that this entire function x square minus 4x plus a should be positive. X square minus 4x plus a should be positive for 2 to infinity, which is not possible. So the set of values of a for which fx becomes onto is given to us in the option D. Hence option D will be the final answer. Okay, so there does not exist any a for which fx becomes onto. I hope you are able to understand this particular question, and if you are able to understand this particular question, we are moving ahead to the next question. I hope you are able to understand this. Okay, and this is very important that range should be closed. Here according to the question, it is given here range is open. So for this to become onto, range should be closed, and since the range is not closed, hence we can directly write that the values of a belongs to the empty set. You can do this question in this way also. I hope you are able to understand. So that is why we are moving ahead to the next question. If alpha and beta are the real roots of this equation, where k belongs to the set of real number, find the maximum and minimum values of alpha square plus beta square. So how will I be able to find the value of maximum and minimum value of it? Okay. So basically what is alpha square plus beta square? We need to think about it. It can be written as alpha plus beta whole square. Then here it will be minus 2 alpha beta. Now what is sum of roots? Sum of roots is minus b over a. So that is k minus 2. Now what is product of roots? It is c over a. That is k square. Then it will be 3k. And then it will be 5. I hope this is clear to you. Now what we need to do, here if I try to open up this particular expression, what I'll observe, we are getting k square, then we are getting plus 4, then minus 4k, then minus 2k square, then minus 6k, and here we have minus 10. So k square minus 2k square, it will be minus k square, then we have minus 10k, and then we have 4 minus 10, which is equals to minus 6. So this gives us the value for alpha square plus beta square. Okay, this gives us the value for alpha square plus beta square. Now here k belongs to the set of real numbers, and we need to get the maximum value of this particular expression and the minimum value of this particular expression. Okay. Moreover, it is also given as this particular equation has the real roots. Since this equation has real roots, therefore discriminant of it should be always greater than or equals to 0. So k minus 2 whole square b square minus 4 into a is 1 over here, and c is k square plus 3k plus 5. So I am writing here k square plus 3k plus 5. So b square minus 4ac should be positive, greater than or equals to 0. I have k square, then I have 4, then I have minus 4k, then minus 4 times k square, then minus 12k, and then minus 20 should be greater than or equals to 0. So k square minus 4k square, it is minus 3k square, then it is minus 16k, then 4 minus 20, it will be minus 16 greater than or equals to 0. Okay, so if I try to take this negative common, it will be 3k square plus 16k, then plus 16, and here we have less than or equals to 0, because all the three terms are negative. So that is why I am writing less than or equals to 0. Now can we factorize it? So 16 into 3 becomes 48, and if I try to factorize, so I will be writing here 3k square plus 12k plus 4k plus 16 less than or equals to 0. I am taking this 3k common, I will be left with k plus 4. I am taking this 4 common, I will be left with k plus 4 less than or equals to 0. So there are two factors, 3k plus 4 and k plus 4. Okay, now we need to identify the value of k. So the critical points are minus 4 upon 3, and here we have minus 4. If I take the value of k as 0, it is 4 and 4. So this is not satisfying. This particular interval is satisfying, and this particular interval is not satisfying. So k lies between minus 4 to minus 4 upon 3. K lies between minus 4 to minus 4 upon 3. I hope you are able to understand this. Now, if I want to get the minimum value of it, what I will be doing here, first of all, I'll put the value of k as negative 4. And then I'll put the value of k as negative 4 upon 3. So here I will be substituting k as negative 4. Okay. Once I put the value of k as negative 4, it will be minus 16. Then it will be plus 40 and then minus 6. So minus 22 plus 40. It will be equals to plus 18. Okay. So this is k is equals to minus 4. Now the next is k is equals to negative 4 over 3. Negative 4 over 3. If I put the value of k as negative 4 over 3, here I will have minus 16 upon 9. I'm just calculating the value of alpha square plus beta square at k is equals to minus 4 upon 3. If I substitute here, it will be 40 over 3 with a positive. And then we have minus 6. Now let us take this 9 as LCM. Then we have minus 16. Then it will be 120. And then it will be minus 16, 120, and here it will be 9 into 6, 54. So basically 54 and 16, it will be equals to 70. 120 minus 70, it will be 50. 50 over 9. So 18 to 50 over 9 is given to us in the option A. That is why option A will be the final answer. I hope you are able to understand this. Now let us start with this question. The sum of the coefficients of all the terms in this expansion, in which y do not appear at all while x appears in even powers and z appears in odd power, is what? So basically this particular expression 2x minus y plus z whole raised to the power 20 using the multinomial theorem can have this particular term 20 factorial over p factorial, q factorial, r factorial, where 2x is raised to the power p, minus y is raised to the power q, and z is raised to the power r. Alright. Now what we need to do here, they told us that the term of y should not be present. If the term of y should not be present, so the value of q should be equals to 0, because y raised to the power 0 will be converted to 1. Moreover, x appears in even powers and z appears in odd powers. So what we are saying that this p will be even and this q will be odd. Okay, sorry, q is 0, r should be odd. Instead of q I am writing here r should be odd. We also need to take care that this p plus q plus r should be equals to 20. If q is 0, then p plus r will be equals to 20. Now, if p is even and r is odd, do you think that even plus odd can be a even number? No, it is not possible. Even plus odd cannot be equals to a even number. So that is why this is not possible. This is not possible. So there does not exist any term which is satisfying the given property. So the coefficient of that term will be equals to 0. So A option will be the final answer, because there does not exist any term where the y do not appear and x appears in the even power and z appears in the odd power. I hope you are able to understand. So that is why we are moving ahead to the next question. All the 5-digit numbers in each successive digits exceeds its predecessor. Predecessor means the previous one, are arranged in the increasing order from lowest value to the highest value. A 5-digit number is arranged in this way. The 105th number does not contain the digit among all these. So which option will be the final answer? Okay. So what we need to do here, we need to think about a 5-digit number first of all. If I want to create a 5-digit number in such a way that the digits are increased in increasing order, so I cannot consider 0, because if I consider 0 as the first place, so 0 is the lowest number if I consider the 0 as in the first position, suppose. So the number will not be of the 5 digit, it will become of the 6 digit. So that is why if I want to create a number of the 5 digit, so how will I be able to think about it? So basically I'll consider all those numbers that start with the 1. Then I'll consider all those numbers that start with the 2. So first of all, let us talk about 1. So here this position will be filled by 1 and the upcoming digits will be arranged in the let us say ascending order from lowest to highest. Now how many digits do we have? Out of the 9, 1 is already been used. We are left with 8 digits. Out of the 8, how many ways are there to select the 4 digits? So 8C4 ways will give me the number of ways to select the 4 digits out of those 8 digits. Okay, so what is the value for 8C4? First of all, calculate that. 8 factorial, 4 factorial, 4 factorial. It will be 5 into 6 into 7 into 8 upon 24. So it will be 8 into 3 and here we are cancelling this. So it will be converted to 35 into 2 which is equals to 70. So this is equals to 70. So the number of numbers that are starting with the digit 1 is 70. Okay. Now from the digit 2 also it will be the 1 we cannot use. So we are left with 9 minus 2, that is 7. Now we are left with 7C4. Okay, 7C4. So this will be converted to 7 factorial, 4 factorial, 3 factorial. So this is written as 5 into 6 into 7 over 6. So we are left with 35. That means all the numbers which are starting from 2 are 7C4 which is 35. And 70 plus 35 will be 105. So I need to find the last number starting with 2. I need to find the last number starting with 2. So the last number starting with 2 will be, here we will have 9, here 8, then 7, then 6. So 2, 6, 7, 8, 9 will be the 5-digit number which is placed at the 105th position. Okay, this is a number at 105th rank. This is a very important question. This is a number at 105th rank. Now the number does not contain the digit 1. Yes, it does not contain 2. It contains 6. It contains only 1. So the number will not contain the digit 1. A option will be the final answer. I hope you are able to understand how we have done this. Now we are moving ahead to the next question. 3 people each flipped 2 fair coins. So the first one also flipped 2 fair coins, second one and the third one. Now the probability that exactly 2 of the people flipped 1 head and 1 tail. So the success is HT and TH. And HT and TH is having the probability 2 over 4 because there are total 4 observations in the sample space and 2 are favorable. The probability of success will be half and probability of failure will also become half, that is 1 minus 1 by 2. Now out of the 3 people, if I want 2 success, so probability of 2 success. So if I want to get the probability of 2 success, how will I be able to get it? Just a minute. So for finding the probability of 2 success, I need to select 3C2, then success raised to the power 2 and failure raised to the power 1. 3C2 is 3, success raised to the power 2 and failure raised to the power 1. This will be converted to 3 over 8. Okay, 3 over 8 is given to us in the option B. Hence, option B will be the final answer. I hope you are able to understand how we got the option B as a final answer. Now we are moving ahead to the next question. Here we are given that 3 vectors ABC. These are the non-coplanar vectors and they are also the unit vector. That means magnitude of A, magnitude of B, magnitude of C. All are equals to 1. Such that the triple cross product A cross B cross C is equals to 1 upon root 2 B vector plus C vector. Then the angle between the vectors A vector comma B vector is what? So here we have 3 pi upon 4, here we have pi upon 4, pi upon 8 and pi upon 2. These are the options, okay. Now what should be the answer? Do you know about the formula of the vector triple product? A cross B cross C, left hand side. will be equals to A dot C. This is the coefficient of B vector minus we are having A dot B. This is the coefficient of C vector. I hope this is also clear to you. Now this is equals to 1 upon root 2 times B vector, and then it is 1 upon root 2 times C vector. Now what we need to do here? So basically the coefficient of B vector is A dot C. So we can write here A dot C is equals to 1 upon root 2. Moreover, the coefficient of C is negative times A dot B. So I am writing here negative times A dot B is equals to 1 upon root 2. I hope this is also clear to you. So A dot C is also with us, A dot B is also with us. I want to get the angle between A and B. So I'll be using this one. So how will I be able to write A dot B is equals to magnitude of A, magnitude of B into cos of angle between them. So this is minus cos theta because their magnitude is 1. If cos theta is equals to minus 1 upon root 2, so I'll be using the angle of the second quadrant. Pi minus pi by 4 will be written as 3 pi by 4. And 3 pi by 4 is given to us in the option A. Hence option A will be the final answer. I hope you are able to understand how we got the answer of the option A. Let's come to the next question. The greatest and the least value of Z1 plus Z2 modulus, if Z1 is equals to this and Z2 modulus is equals to 6 respectively, are among these of the option. So to find the least value and the greatest value of this, there is particular property, there is an inequality that is also known as a triangle inequality. We should know that Z1 plus Z2 modulus should be less than Z1 modulus plus Z2 modulus, and it should be greater than Z1 modulus minus Z2 modulus. It should be greater than Z1 modulus minus Z2 modulus and less than Z1 modulus plus Z2 modulus. Now it will be very easy for us to get the answer. We know that the value of Z1 modulus, this will be square root of 24 square plus 7 square. 24 square is 576, 7 square is 49. Now 576 plus 49, it will be 625, and square root of 625 will be 25. Alright, so here we are left with Z1 plus Z2 modulus less than mod Z1, which is 25, and mod Z2 is already given in the question, that is 6. Here we have mod Z1, which is 25, and mod Z2, which is 6. So Z1 plus Z2 modulus should lie between 25 minus 6, that is 19, and here we have 31. So Z1 plus Z2 modulus should lie between 19 and 31. 19 and 31. So the greatest value is 31 and the least value is 19. I think there is a problem in the option. Why they have written 25 over here? It should be 31. Greatest value of Z1 plus Z2. Yeah, it should be 31. Okay, so make the option A as 31 and 19. I hope you are able to understand how we got this answer. So the greatest value and the least value of this particular expression should be 31 is the greatest value and the least value is 19. Alright. So we are moving ahead to the next one. PQR be the 3 points. The equation of the bisector of angle PQR is what? So these are the 4 options we need to determine. So basically Q is the origin. So let us plot the origin. Q is lying over here. Now there is another point P which is minus 1 comma 0 which is lying over here, and there is third point R 3 comma 3 root 3. So 3 comma 3 root 3 R is lying here. I hope this is also clear to you. The equation of the bisector of the angle PQR. So this is PQR and I want to get the bisector of it, such that this angle is equals to this angle. So basically what we need to do here, if I want to get the equation of bisector, so I first of all want to get the angle of it. So first of all let us find this angle. It will be 3 root 3 over 3. So 3 root 3 over 3 will be root 3. So here I will be having 60 degree. Tan theta is equals to root 3 means theta will be 60. Now this particular angle will be 30 degree. Okay. And if I want to get this angle, suppose, if I want to get this angle, so how will I be able to find this angle? I know that this is a bisector. So whatever we have this angle, so the same angle we have for this. This is equals to this. Are you able to understand this? Now how will I be able to find this one? So I know that the complete angle will be 120 because this is 60. So from here to here the complete angle will be 120, out of which this is 60. So the remaining is also 60. The remaining is also 60. So from here to here we have 120. From here to here we have 120. That means the slope of bisector can be determined by 10 of inclination, that is 120. Second quadrant 10 negative, so that is why it will be minus root 3. I know the point that the bisector is passing through origin, so it will be y minus 0 m times x minus 0. So that is why it will be converted to y is equals to negative root 3x. Y is equals to negative root 3x is given to us in the C option. That is why C option will be the final answer for this question. I hope you are able to understand this. Moving ahead to the next question, which is based on integration. This integration is equals to this. Then the value of small a comma b is what? We need to find the answer. So how will I be able to do this? I have root 2 which can be taken outside of this integration. Then I have inside the integral square root of 1 plus sin x. Then it is dx. And here it is minus 4 times cos. Then it is ax plus b. I hope this is clear to you. Alright. So how will I be able to integrate square root of 1 plus sin x? Can I write this 1 plus sin x as cos plus sin whole square? So I will be writing it as cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 whole square. And on taking the square root, this whole square will get cancelled. This is dx and here we have root 2. Alright. Now let us try to integrate this. Integration of cos theta, it will be sin theta over half. Integration of sin theta, it will be cos theta with a negative sign over half. Alright, and this root 2 is already in the multiplication. So this will be converted to 2 root 2. And we are having sin x by 2 minus cos x by 2. Now I want to create cos of theta in the right hand side. So how will I be able to create? First of all, I will be taking this negative common. So it will be minus 2 root 2. Then we have cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2. Now I am writing here 1 upon root 2 with this term also, with this term also. And if I am writing 1 upon root 2, that means I need to multiply it by root 2 also. Dividing by root 2 and multiplying it by root 2. This 1 upon root 2 converts to pi by 4. This 1 upon roots 2 convert to pi by 4. So cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, it will be converted to cos a plus b. And here we have root 2 into root 2, that is 2. So here it is minus 4. So right hand side gets converted to minus 4 cos of ax plus b. Minus 4 cos of ax plus b. So if I compare this, the coefficient of x is half and the constant part b is pi by 4. So a is equals to half and b is equals to pi by 4. Now a is equals to half and b is equals to pi by 4 is given to us in the A option. That is why A option will be the final answer for this question. Let us move ahead for the next one. Here is a function which is defined from real to real. Fnx is f of fn minus 1x for n is greater than or equals to 2, where n belongs to the set of natural number. The roots of this equation f3x, f2x, fx minus 25 times f2f, fx 175 fx is equals to 375, which also satisfy the equation fx is equals to x. So basically if fx is equals to x, if I want to get f2x, I will be placing the value of n as 2. So here also I need to place the value of n as 2. So it will be becoming f of fx. Since fx is equals to x, so f of fx will also be equals to x. So f2x gets converted to fx. Again f3x is also converted to x. f4x is also converted to x. So this particular expression from here to here will be converted to a cubic polynomial. X into x into x, this will be x cube. Minus 25 times x into x, it will be x square. And here we have 175x. And here in the right hand side we have 375. Here in the right hand side we have 375. Now what we need to do, we need to find the solution of this particular cubic polynomial. I am taking it all the terms to one side, x cube minus 25x square. Then it is plus 175x. Alright. And here we are writing minus 375 is equals to 0. If I try to factorize it, it will be x minus 5 whole square times, it will be written as x minus 15, which is equals to 0. So this is the factorization of the cubic polynomial. From here I got the value of x as 5. From here I got the value of x as 15. If I come back to the question, in this question 5 and 15 both are given in the option A and B, and there is an option of both A and B. So that is why D option will be the final answer. So I hope you are able to understand this particular cubic polynomial solution. So hence we are moving to the next question. There is a triangle ABC given here. Satisfy the relationship 2 sec 4c. I am writing here 2 sec 4c. Then sine square 2a. And then square root of sine b. The sum of all these three is 0. So students, this is positive because if I take this outside of the square root, it will become positive. Due to the whole square, this is also positive. Minimum value of sec is in the positive end, it is 1. And if it is to multiplied by 2, it is 2. So for equating the sum equals to 0, this should be 1. That means b should be 90. This should also be 1. That means a should be 45. So 45 into 2 will become 90 and sine 90 will be 1. And this should be also 1. So here if I write, do you know at which angle we are getting the value of sec as 1? So C can be 0. Now if I take this C0, it will not be the part of the triangle ABC. For the triangle ABC, it should have some value. So if I have the value of A as 45, B as 90, so the sum of three angles of a triangle is 180. So the C can directly be written as 45. Okay, these are the angles which we have obtained by the given trigonometric equation. Now there is a point is taken on the longest side of this triangle such that, so here we have a right triangle. I can draw the figure in front of you of a right angle triangle. Okay, this right angle triangle has B angle 90, A is here and C is here. We can also take opposite of it. We can plot here C and A just for your convenience. Alright. Now P is taken on the longest side of the triangle such that it divides the side in the ratio 1:3. So here P is taken and the ratio in which P is dividing is 1:3. I hope you are able to understand. Alright, 1:3. Next, let Q and R be the circumcenter. So Q is a circumcenter. Do you know circumcenter is lying at the midpoint of the hypotenuse. This is the midpoint of hypotenuse. And this is the circumcenter. And moreover, they had told us that R is an orthocenter of the triangle ABC. So this can also be written as R. R is the orthocenter. Orthocenter lies at the vertex where we have 90 degree. So R is a orthocenter. If PQ is to QR is to RP, so PQ this particular distance, QR this particular distance, RP this particular distance. So PQ is to QR is to RP, we need to determine this. So since this is a midpoint of the hypotenuse, so these all length will be equal. Suppose if I assume this length to be small a. So since this is a circumcenter, so this will also be small a. I hope you are able to understand this. Now if it is 45 degree at angle A, so here also it will be 45, so this will become 90. This will become 90. I hope this is also clear to you. So I have the length A over here. Similarly, this length should also be A from here to here. So the total length will be 2A, and 2A needs to be divided in the ratio 1:3. So this will be converting to 2A upon 4, which is A by 2, and the remaining 2A minus A by 2. So that will be written as 3A upon 2. So the length of AP will be written as 3A upon 2. Now this 3A upon 2 minus A, 3A upon 2 minus A, so this particular length from here to here, that is the length from PQ, will be, this length PQ will be A, this 3 upon 2 minus A. So 3A upon 2 minus A, that will be converted to A upon 2. Alright, so this length PQ is A upon 2. I am talking about this triangle, okay. I am talking about this triangle, okay. So this is A upon 2. This is A now. And I want to get this PR distance or BP distance, both are same actually. So if I want to get this distance, so it will be hypotenuse and it will be written as A upon 2 whole square plus A square. So if I try to simplify, it will be A square by 4 plus A square. So it will be 5A square by 4. So which is written as root 5 upon 2A. Now in the question they have told us to get the PQ is to QR. So in the diagram you can observe this PQ distance is A upon 2. So I am writing here A upon 2. So PQ is A upon 2 is to QR. So in the diagram you can observe QR distance. So QR is A. So I am writing here A is to RP. So RP, in the diagram you can observe this RP distance as root 5 upon 2A. So I am writing here root 5 upon 2A. So PQ is to QR is to RP is equals to 1 is to alpha is to beta. Now if I try to compare and I need to get the alpha square plus beta square, how will I be able to get it? So basically what we will do, I want to create this as 1. So very first thing is I am cancelling all this 1. Now I am multiplying it by 2. So this first one will be converted to 1 if I multiply it by 2. This will be converted to 2 and this will be converted to root 5. So 1 is to 2 is to root 5 is 1 is to alpha is to beta. So alpha square plus beta square they are asking us. So it will be 2 square plus root 5 square. 4 plus 5 this will be 9, which is there in the option A. Hence option A will be the final answer. I hope you are able to understand how we got the final answer A. Moving ahead to the next question. There is an integration of sine inverse root t. There is integration of cos inverse root t. Here we have the limit 0 to sine square x. Here we have the limits 0 to cos square x. And I want to do this question. So I am breaking down into two different integrals, sine inverse root t, 0 to sine square. So I am writing here 0 to sine square x, sine inverse root t and dt. So I am assuming the value of t as sine square u, for example, okay. Now this dt will be 2 sine u cos u into du. So if I'm putting the value of t over here, which is sine square u, so it will be sine inverse sine u, and instead of dt it will be 2 sine u cos u and du, and the limits, these are the values of t given to you. If I place the value of t as 0, then sine square u will be 0, so u will also be 0. If I place the value of sine t as sine square x, so t is equals to sine square x, then here we have sine square x is equals to sine square u. So this will be from 0 to u. Okay, because at that time the value of u we need to determine. So the value of u in that situation will be equals to x. The value of u in that situation will be equals to x. Okay, now this will be equals to x, because if I place the value of t as sine square x, then sine square u is equals to sine square x, then u will be equals to x. So here we have u, and here this is sine 2u, and this is du, and the integration is between 0 to x. Now can I use the integration by parts? Yes. So fx integration of gx minus integration of f dash into integration of gx. Now again, if I try to again integrate it, it is between 0 to x. Okay, so here we have minus u cos 2u over 2, and here these are in the multiplication. Okay, so minus into minus will be plus, and integration of cos 2u, it will be sin 2u upon 2. Now the limits are between 0 to x. So if I place the value of x over here, so here I will have minus half x into cos 2x. Then here 1 upon 4 sin 2x. Then if I place the value of x as 0, so cos 0 into 0, it will be 0, and sin 0, it will be 0. So the first integration has been converted into minus half x cos 2x plus 1 by 4 sin 2x. This is the first integration. In the same way, you will be able to get the second integration. In the second integration, what is given to you? 0 to cos square x, cos inverse root t. I am taking the value of t as cos square y. Then dt will be equals to 2 cos y minus sin y, because the differentiation of cos y is minus sin y, then dy. So this will be cos inverse cos y, and instead of dt we will be writing sin 2y with a negative sign, and then dy. Limits will get changed. If I place the value of, these are the value of t. If I place the value of t as 0, then the value of pi will be 90. Then the value of pi will be 90. And here, if I place the value of t as cos square u, cos square x, then the value of y, or the value of y will be equals to x. So it will be pi by 2 to x. Okay. Now here what we are observing, let us try to integrate this. This is minus times, here we have pi by 2, here we have x, then it is y multiplied by sin 2y, and then it is dy. Alright, now let us try to integrate this. So this is the product of two functions given to us. It is fx integration of gx with a negative sign minus integration of f dash into integration of gx. Okay, I hope you are able to understand. Now again I'll be integrating it, and finally I'll put the limits pi by 2 to x. So I will add this integration and I will add this integration. The addition of these two integration will give me the final result, that is pi by 4. So C option, pi by 4, will be the final answer for this question. I hope you all are able to understand how to attempt this question. So moving ahead to the next question. A is a real and root 2 ax plus sin by plus cos bz is equals to 0. Here we have x plus cos by plus sin bz is equals to 0, and the third equation. Then the set of all values of a for which the system of linear equation has non-trivial solution. If it has non-trivial solution, then the delta will be equals to 0 in that particular case. Okay, so if it is delta is equals to 0, then here we have root 2a, then we have sin b, then we have cos b. Again we have 1. Then we have cos b. Then we have sin b. This determinant I am talking about. Then we have minus 1. And then we have sin b. Here we have minus cos b. The determinant value of it is equals to 0. So then the set of values of A for which the system of equations. So we need to determine the set of values of A. So let us try to expand it. What I'll observe, if I expand along the first row, let us take root 2A. So cos b into cos b, it will be minus cos square b. Then minus sin b into sin b minus sin square b. So here we have minus 1 because cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. Then I am taking this minus sin b. I am leaving this row and column. So minus cos b plus sin b. And then I am taking this cos b, leaving this row and column, sin b plus cos b. Sin b plus cos b. And this is equals to 0. So if I try to open up this, I am having minus sin square b. And here I am having plus cos square b. Here I am having plus sin b cos b. Here I am having plus sin b cos b. So what we need to do here we have minus root 2a. Then minus sin b minus cos b, it will be plus sin b cos b plus sin b cos b. So it is sin 2b because sin 2b is 2 times sin b cos b. Here we have minus sin square b, here we have cos square b, it will be cos 2a, cos 2b, which is equals to 0. So sin b plus sin 2b plus cos 2b is equals to root 2a. I hope up till this step you are able to understand. So root 2a value, because this particular expression will give us a value between minus 1 upon minus root 2 to plus root 2, this particular expression. So a sin theta plus b cos theta will give us the value between square root of a square and plus b square with a positive sign and negative sign. So this particular expression belongs to minus root 2 to plus root 2, and here in the right hand side we have already root 2a. So a belong to minus 1 to plus 1. Since a belong to minus 1 to plus 1, please check the option. Yes, minus 1 to plus 1 is given to us in the B option. That is why B option will be the final answer. I hope you are able to understand how we got the B option. So that is why we are moving ahead to the next question. So the next question is this one. Box contains 2 1 rupee, 2 5 rupee, 2 10 rupee, 2 20 rupee coin. 2 coins are drawn at random simultaneously. Probability that their sum is 20 or more. So if I want to get that probability that their sum is 20 or more, in this particular situation, I will be writing it as 1 minus probability sum is less than 20. So 1 minus probability sum is less than 20. Now there are 2 1 rupee coin. Then there are 2 5 rupee coin. Then there are 2 10 rupee coin. And then there are 2 20 rupees coin. If I take any one of the coin as 20, then definitely the sum will be 20. Okay, so I need not to take 20 because I need to make the sum less than 10, less than 20. So among these 6 coin, if I pick up any 2 coin, except both the coins to be 10, I will always get the sum less than 20. So that is why I am writing here 1 minus. Out of this 6 coin, the number of possible selection is 62 except 2C2. Why except 2C2? Because I need not to take these 2 coins. And the total number of cases that we have, total coins that we have is 8. So total number of cases that is possible is 8C2. So 6C2 will be equals to 6 into 5, 30 over 2, that is 15. 15 minus 1 will be 14. And 8 into 7, 56. 56 over 2 will be equals to 28. So 1 minus half will be written as half. And answer to this question will be half, which is equals to 0.5. Okay, since it is an integer type question, so 0.5 will be the final answer. I hope you are able to understand how we have did this question. So let us move to the next question. The value of the definite integral There is a definite integral given to us, theta 1 to theta 2 d theta upon 1 plus tan theta is 501 pi upon k. Theta 2 is 1003 pi upon 2008 and theta 1 is this. Then the value of k we need to determine. So first of all, I'll think about how to integrate this function. Let us assume this to be I, and here we have integration from theta 1 to theta 2, and here we are writing it as d theta whole divided by 1 plus tan theta. Now how to approach this particular question? So here we are observing, if I add theta 1 and theta 2, suppose, so 1003 plus 1, it will be 1004 pi whole divided by 2008. So this will be equals to pi by 2. Theta 1 plus theta 2 will be equals to pi by 2. Okay. Now first of all, I am applying the property, king property. Here the lower limit will remain same, upper limit will remain same. Instead of theta, I am just changing. Instead of taking I1 over here, let us take I. Because don't need to write I1, let us take I. So I am just writing 1 plus 10, theta 1 plus theta 2 minus theta, and theta 1 plus theta 2 is pi by 2 and pi by 2 minus theta. So this will be converted to theta 1 to theta 2 d theta whole divided by 1 plus cot theta, because 1090 minus theta will be cot theta. This cot theta can be written as 1 upon tan theta, and after taking the LCM, in this particular situation we are having d theta with a tan theta, and here we have 1 plus tan theta. Now this is the equation number 1, this is the equation number 2. I'm trying to add the first and second equation. So if I try to add the first and second equation, I plus I will be equals to 2i. And here what will happen? Here we are observing 1 plus tan theta is present in denominator here also and here also. So this will be converted to theta 1 to theta 2. 1 plus tan theta will be there in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So these two will get cancelled and we are left with only 1. Integration of 1 will be theta itself, and here we have theta 1, here we have theta 2, this is 2i. So it will be converted to theta 2 minus theta 1, which is 2i, theta 2 minus theta 1. So let us subtract these two values. It will be 1002 pi upon 2008, 1002 pi upon 2008, and here we have 2i. So using this, I can easily get the value of I from here, because they had told us to get the value of I. So the value of I will be 1002 upon 2. So this will be converted to 501 pi upon 2008. Now let us compare to get the value of k. So they have given us 501 pi upon k, and they are asking us to get the value of k. So the value of k will be equals to 2008. I hope you are able to understand how we got the answer. Now we are moving to the next question. The expansion of this particular term 1 plus x raised to the power n has 3 consecutive terms with the coefficients in the ratio 1 ratio 2 ratio 3 and can be written in the form. Okay, I think there is some problem. Question is incomplete. Alright, so expansion is in the ratio 1 ratio 2 ratio 3. Basically this is given in here. So let us assume that the 3 consecutive terms is r minus 1, next is r, and the third one is r plus 1. These are the 3 consecutive terms. Now let us talk about their coefficients. If I talk about their coefficients, or I can also take tr, then tr plus 1 and tr plus 2. I can also take in this way also. It's up to us which way we need to go. So the coefficient of the expansion of these 3 terms with the coefficients in the ratio 1 ratio. So the coefficient of this particular term will be NCR minus 1. The coefficient of this will be NCR. The coefficient of this will be NCR plus 1. So the ratio of these three terms is equals to 1:2:3. Now we can easily get the value of n and r if they are asking us about that. Okay, so NCR minus 1 upon NCR, this is equals to 1/2. Now what we can do, this can be written as n minus r plus 1 whole divided by r, and here we have half. So this is the first equation. Now we can also do NCR plus 1 upon NCR. This is equals to 3/2. So again apply this property. The property that I am applying here is NCR upon NCR minus 1 is equals to n minus r plus 1 upon r. So the same property I will apply here. Instead of r we are using r plus 1. So n minus r plus 1 upon r. And here it will be 3/2. So this is the equation number 2. We have the equation number 1 over here. We have the equation number 2 over here. We'll be solving these two equations and we'll be getting the value of n and r. Now in this equation, if they are asking us about the n and r, so we can directly find n and r using these two linear equations. Else they will be asking about find n plus r, so we can do that also. I hope you are able to understand this. Next question is from the statistics. The mean and the standard deviation of 6 observations are 8 and 4 respectively. So the mean is 6, standard deviation is 4. If each observation is multiplied by 3, if each observation is multiplied by 3, then find the new standard deviation of the resulting observations. So if xi is being converted to 3xi, so x bar will also be converted to 3x bar, and standard deviation sigma will also be converted to 3 sigma, will also be converted to 3 times. Is it clear to you? Variance is converted to 3 square times and standard deviation is converted to 3 times. So originally the standard deviation was what? Originally the standard deviation was 4. Now after the multiplication by 3, it will be converted to 4 into 3, that is 12. I hope you are able to understand this particular question. Now moving ahead to the next one. Limit x tending towards 0, 10x into root 10x minus sin x into root sin x whole divided by x cube into root x dx. Like x cube into root x is equals to what? So what we need to do in this question? What I'll do first of all, I'll find the value of sin x over 10x. So this 10 can be written as sin upon cos, and sin get cancelled, only cos will be left. So that is why what I have done here, I have taken this 10x raised to the power 3/2 common. So here I left with 1 and here I will be left with cos x raised to the power 3/2, because I have taken this 10x raised to the power 3/2 common. And in the denominator we have x raised to the power 3 and x raised to the power half. So I can split it into x raised to the power 2 and x raised to the power 3/2. Now we know that since limit of x is tending towards 0, so 10x over x will be equals to 1. So this particular limiting value will give us 1. Now we are left with 1 minus cos x raised to the power 3/2 upon whole square. So how to deal with this particular function? So basically for dealing with this particular limit, what we need to do, let us take the terms over here, just a minute. We have 1 minus cos x whole divided by x square. So basically can we use the factorization 1 minus, okay, yeah, let us use the factorization. So here we have 1 minus root cos x whole cube. So it would be better if we apply aq minus bq, which is a minus b, then it will be a square, then it will be b square, and then it will be ab. So in this way we will be applying the factorization, okay. So I will write here in the numerator now 1 minus root over cos x, then it will be 1 plus cos x, and then square root of cos x, and this is whole divided by x square, whole divided by x square. Now what we can do, we already know one particular identity, if you remember, 1 minus cos x upon x square, this is equals to half. We already know about it. So I want to create it as 1 minus cos x. Okay, so what I'll do, I will multiply it by 1 plus root over cos x, and I'll divide by 1 plus root over cos x. Nothing will happen to it, and limit of x is tending towards 0. So this will be converted to 1 minus cos x over x square, and 1 minus cos x over x square will be half, and this is also 1 plus 1 half. So we are taking this 1 by 4 outside. Limit of x is tending towards 0. We are left with 1 plus cos x plus root cos x whole divided by 1, because everything is being used. Now instead of cos x, we will be writing x as 0. So 1 plus cos 0 is 1, cos 0 is 1. So it will be 3 over 4. It will be 3 over 4. So the answer to this question will be equals to 3 over 4. I hope you are able to understand how we have resolved this particular limit. And if we want to convert this into the decimal form, it will be 0.75. So 0.75 will be the answer to this limit question. So thank you so much everyone. I hope you have understood each and every question that we have discussed in this particular lecture. We'll be coming up with more mock test session. This was the mock test number 2 that we have discussed. Now in the next session, we'll be coming up with the mock test number 3. So stay tuned. All the best for your JEE next attempt.